Hello, I'm Miri, and I want to share with you our research, internal and external focus in 60 meters sprint among children. Physical education teachers teach track and field as part of the curriculum. 60 meters sprint run is one of the sports that is taught at elementary school in Israel according to the curriculum, and we use a standing start position for starting the run. I have been a teacher for 30 years. And every time I ask myself what words, what instructions I should tell my students in order to improve the running results. What are the sentences? What are the accurate words I have to tell them to get better? Will I emphasize on external focus or maybe on internal focus? External focus means paying attention to the environment and not into the body. For example, concentrate on the basket ring and not on the movement of the palm. Concentrate on the finish line rather than running technique. Internal focus, we concentrate on body movements, such as concentrate on the movement of the palm during the throw of the ball into the basket, or concentrate on the muscles of the legs and exerting equal weight on both legs when we are performing a squat, and concentrate on running on the front part of the foot while running fast. So because of the COVID-19, 5th and 6th graders did not attend to school, so we took the 4th graders. We had 134 children who participate in our research, 67 boys and 67 girls who learned in 5 different classes. But because of the COVID, they were divided into 10 capsules, 5 boys and 5 girls. We divided them, as you can see, to 3 groups: external group, internal group, and control group. In the external focus group, there were 51 children, 2 capsules of the first class, boys and girls. At class 3, we took the girls capsule, and from class 4, we took the boys capsule. At the external focus, we had 52 children, the whole class 2, boys and girls, and the boys from class 3, and the girls capsule from class 4. And the control group were 29 children who learned in the 5th class, the boys capsules and the girls capsules. We performed a first measurements by the 2 experimenters who stood at the finish line. Each student ran alone. Because it is a field study, it was very important for us that the measurement will be as accurate as possible. So we calculate the average of the 2 stopwatches to determine the running time. So first, each one of the children ran 60 meters once. Then we made the intervention. The intervention of the external focus was, as you can see in the picture, first of all, they stood at that one leg was at the wall, and we asked them to push the wall with the foot and to move, to transfer the weight forward. Then we asked them if it helped them. And then we asked them to push the floor as they push the wall. And then we asked them to think about pushing the floor while running as they did in the wall. The internal focus group, we asked them to move their legs as fast as they can. Then we asked them to add the arms, then do together legs and arms together, and think about moving them as fast as they can do while running. The control group didn't have very specific instructions. We just told them to run as fast as they can do. They try the technique in place and then while in motion. Then we made the second measurements. As you can see, The Pearson correlation between both experimenters' measurements was 0.9898, both before and after the intervention. The results, as you can see, we have the results for the boys before and after, and for the girls before and after of each one of the groups. The external focus started at 12.36, and after the intervention, they did not improve the results, 12.67. As you can see, the internal focus, the boys improved their results a little bit, and it was almost the same at the control group. Among the girls, they started the external focus at 13.52, and it was almost the same after the intervention, the same at the internal focus and the control group. As you can see, the statistic, we use ANOVA with repeated measures, and we did not find any significant differences. We didn't find main effect between the average runtime before and after the intervention, and not significant difference between time by group and not time by gender, but group by gender by time was 0.066. Because of that, we decided to run the statistics again for each gender separately, for boys and for girls. Among girls, we didn't find differences, not a main effect between the average runtime before and after the intervention, and not between time by group. But among boys, although we didn't find a main effect between the average time before and after the intervention, we found an interaction group by time. It was significant, 0.002. Post hoc tests indicate that the external focus group ran less well in the second run. They ran 12.67 compared to the internal focus group and the control group, as we can see in the figure. So the external focus after the intervention was less good than the other two groups. In the literature, it was found that the external focus helps to improve achievement. So why did we find the opposite? We can explain it, we can try to explain it. As you can see here, in this study, we focus on children, while the other research among adults were among adults, and they provide consistent evidence for the benefit of external attention focus. Information among children is limited and inconclusive. The second reason may be the information processing process among young learners, that it is more inclusive, and they are unable to select the stimuli relevant of the task. With increasing age, the ability to process information develops, so that a marked improvement is attended and memory skills occurred at age 8 till 12, and further progress is at age 12 till 20. The third reason is very unique, because we found a research on golf teams that make a distinction between skills athletes and novices. Among the skills, external focus improved performance, while in novices, internal focus improved. The explanation for this may be related to the fact that different attentional requires affect automatically skills as opposite to non-automatically ones. I want to demonstrate it. Please imagine that you are walking, okay? Simply walking forward, you're walking, and you are doing it automatically. You're not thinking about the walking, right? You're just walking. Now, I will add an instruction to you. Pay attention, please. While you're walking, hand and foot will be opposite. what happens? Suddenly, the automatic movement goes wrong and you start to hesitate. Oh, what's going on? Is my left leg, which arm is forward? Wait, maybe I have to change. I'm start to hesitate whether it is well, I'm doing it right, or maybe I'm doing it wrong. So while internal focus interferes with this and disturbs automatically control of skill among skilled athletes, internal focus among novice and unskilled participants may contribute to the performance. So it is possible, as we saw in the golf team's player, that the children are like the novice players, like the novice runners, due to the lack of experiments and limited motor repertoire, so that the internal focus helps them and not confuse them as it's done in the people that very specialized. They know how to run, they know how to play a golf. So if they are skilled, it makes the movement wrong. If they are novice, it helps them, the internal focus. The study did not find significant differences among girls. The explanation for this may be related to the competitiveness component in the nature of the subjects. Studies have showed that women are less competitive compared to men. So maybe that's the reason that we didn't find any differences according the girls in the different groups. So what did we learn from this research? That boys, young boys at the 4th grade are using internal focus, and it helps them to improve their movement, while in the other research, when we are talking about adults, it's not working like that. In adults and skilled players or runners, the internal focus disturb the automatically movement, and it's better for them external focus. So we have, of course, to repeat those researches again and at different ages, maybe at grade 6, maybe at grade 8, to check where does it move from internal focus to external focus. I want to thank you for your listening.